but I see the respecting of the rules everywhere. I have not seen is anybody standing up to the rules. Okay, so respecting the rules. Do you remember when it was a rule that people of a certain shade couldn't do this, couldn't do that? There was a rule at one time that people of a certain shade had to do that and had to do this. Hello, hello. So when you talk about respecting the rules, there's some boundaries to that. Like, just because something is a rule doesn't make it okay. It doesn't make it okay. Because we know about what's it called? Entrapment. Entrapment. Entrapment is, I know that teenagers like to party and have fun and house parties. So I'm going to create a rule that house parties are illegal for people ages 13 to 19 years old. That's entrapment, because you know already that ages 13 to 19, they do house parties. So if I take that information and then create a rule that makes it illegal to do something that I know that these people do, that's entrapment. But no, I'm not saying we should respect the rules. I'm saying that we need to think about what we're doing no matter what. Because even people who have good intentions, who are in places that we may elect them into, or not bad people, but they can be manipulated too. You don't know about the history of rules being made to enslave people, keep people in separation, and trap people so they can have a reason to lock them up. Like, come on, y'all already know. Marijuana has become legal suddenly in the last how many years? 2 or 3 years? So before the 2000s, if you were a marijuana user or seller, that was jail time. Now it's a recreational things for health purposes. And we know about some of us, we know about the benefits, but that's one of the examples, because a certain people, and this is something that anybody can research. They know that certain people, certain cultures, that was part of the culture. That was part of culture. Culturally, people ingested marijuana. So, okay, suddenly somebody wants to make it illegal. So think about a whole people, hundreds of thousands of people, a whole culture of people who this is instilled in their culture. But somebody wants to say now it is against the rules to do something they already knew was part of the culture. That's like what's going on with locks right now. Locks. Part of culture. Is there rules being made against the lock wearing? I mean, you want to rule against my culture? This is a time, and I don't know if it's because of the things that we watch. We're so desensitized. And I think this is one of the reasons why everything is just, a lot of folks are just okay, going with the flow. Like you said, respecting rules. But it's a little bit disturbing when we know these things about people in general. Not all people do the right things. Not all people have good intentions. So you making up rules, but you want to protect me, or what is that really what you want to do? And did you ask me first? Like, you know what I mean? These rules are not something that we said, we voted on to say, okay. They just said, this is what's going to happen. That's what I'm talking about. So rules, just because it's a rule doesn't mean it's right. You're going to tell somebody to cut their locks off because you want, I don't know, whatever you want. You is not a part of you, so you don't like it. So you want it changed because you don't like it. I mean, just because it's a rule doesn't make it right.